This could be it. Spawning in the bottom right corner of the map. He's on match point. We'll see if he can recover. It's the blue Terran, Kelazhur.
The top left as the red Terran, it's Miso.
Alright, now I actually have to talk to Olivia real quick. Figure if I'm sending her the money now or if we send the players the money. So, solo for a few moments, would you mind?
Alright then. So, Kelazhur, if he doesn't know that you can pick up siege tanks, is quite big. I mean, you know, we've only seen it affected because of the base trade that happened where it didn't actually come into play. Actually hurt Miso more than it helped. And then last game, I think, is the only game we've seen where it really would have been helpful to know or to remember. I mean, I'm super surprised they didn't know. I mean, he knows about cyclones, and I feel like picking up siege tanks are just as popular as cyclones. People talk about Legacy of the Void, but maybe not. I was certainly interested to see if when people remember that you can, if these siege tank drops can be more common as opposed to these Banshee openers. So while Rift isn't like Banshee openers at all, I'm just more on the side of like, you know, you don't.
I didn't say I didn't like them at all. I just said I think they're gonna fall out of the matchup. This is a big difference.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Well, Zombrio's putting words in my mouth.
Well, good thing you're here. This is behind your back.
Sorry, I'm almost
So anyways, is that I would just love to see more, just basically not Banshees, not because I don't think they're going to be useful later on, but just because there are so many other build orders that we had in Yard of the Swarm. We had Hellion openers, you know, 2-Rax Reaper. We did have siege tank drops with Raven, for instance, that we just really haven't seen. Everyone's been going Banshees, and I think it's just maybe something to do with being the most comfortable. You know, because Banshees do get that scouting, and they're good for defense and offense, and there's not like a big risk to them, even if they do technically hard counter, quote unquote, by going like Cyclone Raven. But I'm hoping to see something else soon enough come out from everyone in Legacy of the Void. We do have a Cyclone out from Miso. Kelazhur goes for regular old tank and a scan.
All right, sorry about the absolutely fucking amazing observing, guys. Pardon me, swearing there. Sent OlimoLeague the prize money for this, so we can make sure players get paid out and all that jazz. Because to be honest, the second we're done with the cast, I am going AFK. All right, so the Widowmine might get some pretty good damage on the Cyclone, but the Cyclone's one of those units like the Banshee, like the Medevac. It can actually take the hit without getting totally shreked. But still a lot of damage. Might deter it from actually going too deep.
Oh!
Banshee gets the lock on. Banshee's going to die. Ooh.
Yeah, not so great start for Kelazhur there. They both do follow up with Ravens, however. Let's see if Kelazhur actually tries to get air superiority this game.
This is where I would definitely love to see Marauders start making a little more of a comeback in the matchup. Not that Cyclones have been getting out of hand so far, but if it ever does get to the point where whatever buffs and balances and changes, Cyclones just become like the main deal, Marauder Concussive Shell is going to be so cool. Because these things, if they can't get away from you, that lock-on ability doesn't really mean that much. It's a lot of damage, but it's like over time.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
actually, it's like 640 or 540, isn't it? What is it actually? 540, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's an ultra list right there.
They go back into Banshees. I mean, I'm really like wondering if there's something like we don't know about as like not professionals, like, you know, like why people are so heavily into Banshees. I can understand being comfortable with Banshees, but more than one or two, especially if they've already been countered, seems excessive.
Right. So this is kind of going back on what I had mentioned earlier, and this is my thoughts on it. I'm not stating a fact, guys. These are my thoughts of what we've seen so far. I think again, with how hard it is to break tank lines as is, Banshees can go a long way there. They're mobile enough that they can maneuver around. But I think more than anything else, it is kind of just that stubbornness not to go another direction. Like, you've played Marine tank for so long, what unit do you add into it? I guess the Banshee instead of the Cyclone. I definitely like the Cyclone for breaking tank lines. I think it's actually pretty darn good for it. But the Banshee's a lot safer to use and requires a lot less micro for it.
Yeah. If it was, you know, if it was Heart of the Storm, I'd be expecting what Miso's doing now, for instance, like the 2 Vikings right after. So that makes sense, and they really didn't go any farther than 2, so that's okay. I'm just flashbacks to QXC, I suppose.
I'm not saying. I mean, it's been the course of the series. These guys have seriously made like 3 or 4 Banshees at least per game. you're not like totally mistaken when you say like, yeah, they go a little bit more dedicated to Banshees than what we're used to seeing.
Yeah. Well, they both cut here at least, so
Yeah.
1 or 2 each. That's fine. But Miso does get that air superiority again. Immediately goes on the Vikings. Kelazhur does not. And while that didn't actually kill him on the second game, the one that he won, when it looked like it did, it still must have been a really terrifying position for him. You know, like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose.
Well, as awkward as that was, like, you know, you're puffing up your chest like, yeah, I'm ready to fight. Come fight me. I'm a big guy. Come deal with it.
And then you exhale and it all goes back to your belly.
Yeah. Kelazhur does fall back, though. I like the positioning for this, trying to take the high ground. I mean, he had it on the other side of the map, but this is a much closer reinforcement point. And, of course, you want those reinforcements. He's got a lot of tanks to play with, but you don't want to push into Banshees. And I feel this right here, this dynamic, this has been the tail of this whole series.
Yeah.
So with air control every single time. But that Raven looking for a fight, it's taking some shots. Oh, Secret Missiles, he splits. Not bad for the splits. Tanks will live through this, not by much, but they will live. Raven goes down.
Well, that's nice. That's I don't think he's expecting that.
That was the only air unit he had, so no chance of high ground vision anymore.
True. Miso does go into medevacs immediately. I think his push is getting cleaner and cleaner here. Oh, I should say that and lose 2 Vikings. Oopsie daisy. But if he's able to get a good position outside of Kelazhur's base, right outside of it, then he can start abusing those siege tank drops on top of Miso, or top of Kelazhur's own high ground, which has got to be just kind of BM.
Well, nice scan from Kelazhur to scout exactly what he's up against. I do kind of almost wish he would have sacrificed 2 Marines, just dive for that Raven. I mean, 5 health for a unit that costs 200 gas. Like, that is a good trade.
Well, just going back home. Combat shields started much faster again for Kelazhur. +1 though goes in favor of Miso this game. See if he does anything with these medevacs he's accruing.
Oh, hype goes to Kelazhur28, by the way. Apparently just ordered some slippers. Says in 3 weeks he'll be cozy to the extreme. Yeah, and apparently he'll be a better gamer too. I don't know what it was. I got my gaming slippers, guys, and I ended up in Masters League. I just logged on and it happened. I don't know what the deal.
Yeah, that's weird.
Found 20 bucks on the ground, got a girlfriend. It's just all 2. No way, it was coincidence. Penis enlarged like 2 inches. It's just the slippers are the magic drug. Gotta get them. I was such a good salesman.
Yeah, really, you are. You are. It's as good as those like Viagra spams, you know?
Right? Just let me send you about 14 more emails. I'll be like the Ray-Ban sunglass people on Twitter. Oh, I forgot I was never going to say that brand name on stream. Third CC does get kind of stalled out by that 1 Marine, so nicely done there. Siege tanks still left unattended. Oh no.
The secret missile on that one.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Now run, now run, now run. Don't just stand there. Oh no.
Oh, he microed 1 and forgot to micro every other part of his army.
It's like he saved 1, but 2 more took damage because of it.
Damn it. Well,
it's
Miso was never...
dude.
Right, exactly. Miso was never really going to go ahead and take that engagement well because the combat shield wasn't done. It was very dangerous. Maybe if he got like a good concave, sure, but it was always going to be dangerous. Now it finishes. He has the +1 still over his opponent. The third base is on the way, but on the main, so it might time out pretty evenly with Kelazhur. Double upgrades for Kelazhur, I suppose. Does he have any eyes on this big Doom drop, though?
No, his own drop itself didn't even see anything coming. In fact, the Viking is going to pick off that medevac, so he's got to let these Marines get as much damage as he can. Maybe the third base stops him. If Miso actually just ignores the third and goes straight to the main, that's the best chance for damage. But if he stops here at the third, this is a huge waste. I don't like this move.
Yeah. If he gets the third, then, I mean, that is a third, right?
Would you rather kill a third CC or all the reactors and tech labs and camp the production, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe he's trying to get both, you know? Why not both?
Doom drop hype. He mismanages the medevacs.
Pick it up, 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 pick it up.
Nope. Oh, the Marines just funnel into this horrible death choke. Siege tanks though on the logo of Kelazhur do have range on the Marines to get some good shots up. However, I think Miso's in a pretty damn good spot. Although here comes the drop. Marines have abandoned the tanks. Abandoned ship.
Pick it up, 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 pick it up.
Calm yourself.
No, never. Not until they start using these correctly.
It's killing me that neither of them are doing it right. Like, okay, Miso actually knows about it because he actively did it. Kelazhur is like the one you can kind of excuse because he's never done it so far. But Miso.
Yes! Yes!
There we go, Kelazhur hype! Repositions the tanks in a good spot, but he's still going to lose the CC. That's the third base, that's the main, both going down. Drops in the natural at the same time. I don't think he's going to lose a third command center, but damn, if Kelazhur isn't behind now.
Yeah, he's on one command center. Like, so nice of Miso to lead the second one.
And the four medevacs, yeah, there's 8 SCDs remaining. That's it, that's game. It might not end right here, I don't know if he'll tap out, but that is game.
He's like, whoa, these picked up in the medevacs?
Is this
Let's
a
do
bug?
this again.
Is this a bug? I hope the casters don't point it out. No, so we're being a little hard to Kelazhur, guys, because we love this move, but it's not been utilized by either player really in this series. But look at the repositioning he takes on these Marines for this fight. He could save them from those secret missiles as well, but I think he knows as well as us, it's over. Good game. Well played. And ladies and gentlemen, Kelazhur will finish second place with Miso taking #1. All right. Well, that was a great OlimoLeague. Again, I'm surprised with